Hello, in this lesson, we are looking at the differences between the atom and ion. In our previous lesson, or in one of our previous lessons, the atom and ion are actually part of the building blocks of matter. Now, I have made a video on the building blocks of matter where I explained that the atom, ion, and molecule are the building blocks of matter. So you can go through my videos on my channel and you see building blocks of matter where I've explained atoms, ions, and molecules into detail. But today we are looking at the differences between atom and ion. Now, we already know from the definition that an atom is the smallest particle of an element which can take part in any chemical reaction. And we've also learned that an ion is actually a charged atom which is formed when the atom loses or gains electron. So like I said, today we are just looking at the difference. The first difference is that an atom has no charge. An atom has no charge. This is because for an atom, it hasn't lost any electron or gained electron, and so it will have no charge. Anytime an atom does not lose an electron or gains an electron, it will have no charge, and therefore we say that it is electrically neutral. So the atom having no charge can also be referred to as electrically neutral. So all atoms are electrically neutral. Now, on the other hand, an ion has a charge which is either positive or negative. Now, from the definition of an ion, it is a charged atom which is formed when the atom loses or gains electron. So anytime an atom loses or gains an electron, it becomes an ion and it ceases to become an atom. It becomes an ion. So every ion has a charge, and this charge could be positive or negative depending on whether the atom lost an electron or gained an electron. If the atom lost an electron, then it becomes positively charged. But if the atom gains an electron, then it becomes negatively charged. And remember, in one of the previous lessons, I said there are two types of ion. If the atom loses an electron, it becomes positively charged, and we call that ion cation. And if the atom gains an electron, it becomes negatively charged, and we call that ion anion. Now, the second difference is that because the atom has not lost any electron or gained electron, it will have equal number of electrons and protons. It will have equal number of electrons and protons. So for every atom, there are equal number of electrons and protons, and that makes them electrically neutral. So an atom is electrically neutral because it contains equal number of electrons and protons. On the other hand, an ion does not contain equal number of electrons and protons. Why is that so? The reason is because if the atom gains an electron, it means that there will be excess electron over proton. And so the electrons will not be the same, the number of electrons will not be the same as the number of protons. On the other hand, if the atom loses an electron, it means that there will be excess protons over electrons, and hence the number of electrons and protons will be different. So for every ion, there is no equal number of electrons and protons. Now, the third difference is that an atom cannot move in solution. Because the atom has no charge, it will not become mobile, and so it will have no tendency to move in solution. Generally, an ion has the ability to move in solution. All right, so an atom cannot move in solution because it has no charge. On the other hand, an ion can move in solution because it is charged. So anytime an atom loses an electron or gains an electron to become an ion, it becomes mobile. And so the ion can now begin to move. The fourth difference is that an atom cannot be attracted to an electric field. Now, what is an electric field? An electric field is simply a field containing positive and negative plates. A field containing positive and negative plates. So, any positive substance that is coming will be attracted to the negative part of the electric field because opposite charges attract and like charges repel. So if there is a positive substance coming to the electric field, it will be attracted towards the negative part of the electric field. Because an atom is neither positive nor negative, when it is brought to the electric field, there will be no attraction because it has no charge. On the other hand, an ion can be attracted to an electric field. So, if I have the positive and negative part of the electric field and I'm bringing an ion which is positively charged, what it means is that it will be attracted to the negative part of the field. But if the ion is negatively charged, it will be attracted to the positive part of the electric field. And so, an ion can be attracted to an electric field. Now, we can also give a difference between the two using examples. Examples of an atom include, we can talk of sodium, we can talk of chlorine, we can talk of fluorine, we can talk of oxygen, and so on. Then an example of an ion is when sodium loses an electron. Sodium loses one electron, so sodium positive. When chlorine gains an electron, so chlorine negative. When fluorine gains an electron, so fluorine negative. When oxygen gains 2 electrons, so O2 minus, and so on. Thank you for watching this video.